Okay, so I'm just going to give you a run through here of how to use the customer features in Nuvola CRM. You'll see I'm logged in here as a user called Sales Demo to Demo Corporation Limited, and on the home screen here I get presented with a bit of a dashboard, and so this shows me revenue forecast for my companies for the next 6 months. You'll see that I'm only showing information for my own companies and for my own activities. You see the sales activity I've made this week, and also the people that I need to call today. So that'll be the callbacks who are due today or are overdue. I can switch that to show everything for the entire business or other users if I'm an office administrator. You'll see that if I look for the entire business, we've got an overdue callback. In fact, it's very overdue, this callback here. That really should have been made a long time ago. Okay, so back to my own account here. So I'm going to, I could click through there, but I'm actually just going to go into the customer screen. So when I click the customer screen, the first screen I'm presented with is my contacts. So those are the individual contacts at my companies. Okay, so we see here that we've got these listed here, including a company callback and the company last contact date. So that was the last dates that we've got an activity recorded for that company. If I click this today's callbacks button, you'll see that the filter here changes to show callback up to today. So I can see now I've only really got Jessica that I need to call today. So let's just have a quick look at Jessica's record and see what activities have been logged against her. And we'll see that we've actually sent an email, a mailing out to her today, and we've had an email to invite her to client drinks. But I probably need to give her a quick call. So I'm just going to make a call here, and I'm going to say, okay, see it's PQR Limited, and the contact is already set. It's going to be we've got a start time, the end time. If you change that, then it will add then that time will be logged that you've actually spent that against this client. Phone call outbound, and we're going to say we couldn't get hold of Jessica today. In fact, she's on holiday. Jessica is on holiday until the end of the week. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm just going to put a callback date of Monday and hit save. Okay, so what we will now see is my activity there. And if I go back to my contacts view, you'll see that there are no callbacks here anymore. If I click clear to clear that search filter, then I'll see all of the contacts, and you'll see who I've got to call next week. I've got to call Roger Jolly, Jessica Martin. They need to be called on the 1st, which is actually next Monday. Okay. So, and these screens are obviously, you can filter them on, I can filter, for example, who are my active prospects, and I can go into the screen that shows the contacts for the whole business in a similar way. The similar functions, it kind of all works in the same way, and I can also go into the company screen, which shows the details of all the companies. So we have a kind of a differentiation between companies and contacts. So for example, if I go into ABC Limited, we see that the key contact there is Luke Skywalker. Some of you might have heard of him. And I can add let's say I want to add a new contact. So to continue the theme, we'll add a contact, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've probably spelt that wrong. And we'll say he's the finance director. That's what he used to do before he was a Jedi. We'll say he's a decision maker, and we might want to just be able to email him at abc.example.com. Okay. Great. So if I now view my company here, you'll see that I can see all the different contacts against that company. Okay. What I can also do is I can add notes and attachments to both companies and contacts. So I can go, for example, let's go into our Obi-Wan and I'm just going to upload it. I'm going to add a note just to start with. I'm going to add may the force be with you, and then I'm also going to upload an attachment. So this just gives me it's just a PDF file, I think, that we can add, and click attach new file. And so we've now got the attachments showing here. So I could open that attachment by clicking show attachment. So if I go into the company, you'll see that under the company we have got, not only have we got the contact note that I added against Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I've also got a project note against the test project that I created for ABC Limited. If we look under attachments, you can also see the attachment to the contact. So the whole point about this is that I can see all the notes and attachments to the company and its related projects, contacts, any messages that are related to them, which we can come on to later. Okay. So how to create a new customer. So let's say I've got a new customer and we're going to call them EFG Limited, EFG.com, and we're going to call them a active prospect. They're a customer referral. We might not need to put this information in, all this information in here now, but maybe let's put it in anyway. Let's go 34 King Street somewhere A1 1AA. I've got an office phone, might be and we can put various other information about them. We might say that we know they've got 14 employees. And sales demo is me as the relationship owner. Okay, so I have a contact here called Chris Thompson, and he's the MD, and I have a mobile number for him of this, and we call it Chris at efg.example.com. Let's say we have a project as well. I'm not going to worry too much about this now, but we're going to say project, which is a qualified opportunity, which is going to happen sometime during the next month. So it's a one-off project, and we can do different stage payments here. So I can say that, right, we're going to actually get paid £1,500 this week, possibly. In fact, we're going to say it's proposal submitted, and we're going to say the second stage payment might be £4,500, and we're going to get paid that at the end of November. Okay, so I hit save. See, it's created company, contact and project, and now if we go to the company's view, we will see EFG Limited are now in that. Okay, so another thing that I can do, which is the other thing, of course, I should say, is we ought to see in our home screen, we ought to see our figures going up a little bit, because if we look here, we've got this extra £1,500, and in November we've got this extra £4,500, which are at the proposal stage. Okay. So one more thing to show you in the customer screen is the ability to create lists. So, for example, I can go into all the contacts here, and I can select, for example, my active prospects, and I can search on those. And if we can check these, we might not want all of those, but we might decide we do want all of those. And I can create a list. Click create new, and I click add contacts. 7 contacts added to the list, so I go to the list, and see it just gives it a date and time. Let's give it a proper name. Let's say active prospects whole company. Save. Okay, there's some nice features here. So I can, for example, I can email a list, and that will take me straight into a message screen. That will, and how the messaging works will be the subject of another video. Or if we go back, I can also export the whole list as a CSV. So let's say I want to send a hard copy mailing to all these people, then it also gives me the opportunity to add a hard copy mailing activity to all these contacts. So I'm going to enter a comment, so test mailing to prospects, and we'll see we get the pop-up here to open our CSV. Import it here. And hopefully I should be able to open my my spreadsheet program. There we go. We can see the contacts there. Okay, so let's go back into the web browser. That list is, oh sorry, I should go back to one of these contacts so I can actually show you. If I go into the if we go and see Chris Thompson, for example, then we see the activities. We can see that a hard copy mailing activity has been added to his contact record. So just one more thing, the mailing list that we've created uses these format of headings, and this is compatible with the import format. We've tried to keep things similar. So if I go back into here, you can see we have a facility here to import data, and basically what you have to do is create a CSV file which any spreadsheet program can save something as a CSV, with these column headings, and then you just upload it here and it will create a whole load of contacts for you. Okay, I'm not going to do that just at the moment, but that's pretty straightforward to use. Okay, well that's really it for how the customer's functionality in Nuvola CRM works. The other videos will cover some of the other screens down the side. And I hope you find it useful. Thanks.